For 100 years, the Chapel of St. Thomas Aquinas has been the center of faith at the University of St. Thomas.
It awakens your desire to reflect on and be touched by God.
It's a powerful way to represent faith in architectural form.
It tells us who we are.
Archbishop John Ireland had a vision when he founded the university. He wanted it to be a place for quality education and a place for formation.
And with this chapel, he wanted a place that would be the spiritual center of the life of the university. He also chose the best architect, Masqueray.
And Masqueray is one of our great Minnesota architects. The location of the chapel was the highest point on campus, and he faces the building toward the community and engages very broadly with Catholicism in St. Paul at the time.
From daily masses to Christmas concerts to weddings, the chapel is the home for Catholic faith on campus.
We are here to develop the whole person.
Do this in memory of me.
And that whole person involves their faith and their spirituality.
It is now an institution that is very diverse in race and ethnography, but also in its faith composition. We need a space where groups who aren't Catholic can feel comfortable, can call their own, where they can gather to worship as well.
Beyond the spiritual needs, the physical demands on the chapel have evolved over time. The need for air conditioning, better lighting, and making it an accessible place for all.
The chapel very much is like it was when it was dedicated in May 1919. It has served us well for 100 years. We now need to make an investment for the next 100 years.
The next chapter for the chapel? The Iverson Center for Faith. A 23,000 square foot addition to meet the demands of a growing spiritual community. This is only possible through the generosity of donors like Al and Brenda Iverson, who believe in President Julie Sullivan's vision.
I have to give her kudos for looking over and going, wow, we need to revitalize our faith. We need to pay attention to the chapel. We need to have it be a focal point of our campus again.
It is the responsibility of a Catholic university to deepen and foster the spiritual life of all of its students, especially Catholics. This new expansion will certainly help us live out that responsibility.
To make this a reality, architects from Opus Design Build created plans for a space that enhances the historic chapel.
What they're doing is staying away from the building, wrapping around it, not overwhelming it by the height of the addition. The kind of natural backdrop this building provides for the chapel allows both buildings to be incredibly successful.
The addition will include gathering areas, a multi-faith meditation room, a sacred arts gallery, rooms for the bride and groom, space to seat 300 guests for meals, and 2 large outdoor gathering terraces.
The reception space and the campus ministry space are these arms that just engage right out into the heart of campus, and I think that's going to draw people in.
People will encounter different aspects of their faith journey and different aspects of their relationship with others.
The biggest visual impact of both spaces will be at night.
It read like we were putting the chapel on a light box. It uplifts this building, and it just provides this swath of light at the base of the building that we don't know quite how that building touches the ground anymore, and that's so magical.
The Chapel of St. Thomas Aquinas and the Iverson Center for Faith, expanding the spiritual reach on campus.
My hope is each and every individual will find their God here. Maybe this will be the catalyst that'll move them over the top.
My hope is this chapel continues on for a really long time. And I hope it invites people in who maybe need to have a little more faith.